Hello, my friends. It's me, Marga, and I'd like to welcome you back to another video. I wanted to talk about something that's been running through my mind lately. Now, this week for CNN Life, we have our weekly to-do feature where we talk about things that we personally recommend as editors. And two of the things that I wrote about are cosmetic procedures that are non-invasive, but some people would consider them permanent or semi-permanent. The thing about it is that as much as I love talking about beauty, for a while I wasn't really sure if this was something that I would want to promote or even try for myself, because I didn't want to foster any deep dislike for one's body, and that includes my own. I thought about what these kinds of procedures mean. Am I trying to am I saying that I hate myself or that I don't love myself enough by doing these things? As you know, the body positivity movement came about because a lot of people were beginning to realize that what mainstream media was promoting, aka just one certain body type or one type of set of features, were what was desirable, and that a lot of people should dream of attaining that. A lot more people started to realize that there was a problem to that. There is no one desirable type of body. Every body is desirable. A lot of these things can feel very encouraging and can give you confidence, but the problem with that, at least for me, is that it ignores a fundamental truth, which is sometimes I don't like my body, or sometimes there are things about myself that I'm not necessarily happy with. And these can be things that will occasionally come up, like I don't like the fact that I have pimples whenever I have my period, or I don't like how I look in this outfit, or this doesn't feel flattering to me. And there are things that I just simply don't like about myself that I would like to change. And maybe that is informed by what I see in the media. I can't change that. I consume media just as much as anybody does. And so I realized that the only way for me to be truly happy with being unhappy and also being happy with my body is to simply not care what other people are going to say about it. I think that being able to talk about it is also as healthy as being able to simply celebrate myself and love myself. If you feel like there's something about you that you're open to changing, then just do it. This is just your physical form, okay? It doesn't change who you actually are. And if it makes you happy, then by all means, girl, just do it. Nobody cares. That said, recently I tried out two procedures or services that are catered towards things that I don't necessarily like about myself and something that I actually like about myself. And I'm happy that I got to do that, because I realized that it's okay to change or improve things that you might not like, but at the same time also enhance things that you do like about yourself. So I'll talk first about a slimming procedure that I tried out a few months ago. I was invited by Marie France to try out a new service called Evolve X. If you're not familiar, Marie France is a slimming center, so a lot of their procedures are focused on helping you lose weight or helping you shed a few inches. And as you can see in their marketing, their main audience really are women of a certain age, probably people who have just given birth, or those who are a little more mature and might feel like they want to bounce back. They want to feel refreshed, rejuvenated. And I fully respect that. I am in my 30s, and the truth is that as much as I love exercising, and I love exercising, I try out all sorts of workouts, I'm open to it. I love sports. I love going out and just being outdoors. And I've talked about those extensively here. But the truth is that when you reach a certain age, and I started out this whole fitness lifestyle a little later maybe than the average person. I really just started this a few years ago. And the reality is that there are just some parts of your body that are a little stubborn. And for me, I really carry a lot of my weight on my stomach. So that's what the Evolve X kind of does. It helps stimulate your muscles and kill fat, especially in areas that are a little more stubborn than others. So I tried it out on my stomach area or on my waist, but you can also do it on your arms or your thighs. And those are typical problem areas for more mature people, especially for older women. I tried 4 sessions, and basically you go to the clinic in Marie France. So I went to the Marie France in Eastwood. They have the procedure or the service in Eastwood. You get a room, you get a private room, you get changed into the outfit that they provide you, and then you just lie down, and then a therapist will come and hook you up to these little pods, or I don't know, I wouldn't say they're pods, but more like these whatchamacallits, and then they'll hook it up to your stomach or wherever you're going to do it, and or wherever you're going to have it, and then you just lie down.
Nagpa-produce po kayo siya ng heat sa tummy mo. So, parang yung napapainit niya na yung tummy mo into 38 degrees. 37 to 38 degrees.
Basically makes your body think that you are exercising even though you're just lying down. So it is extremely just chill. And guys, I have reached the maximum level apparently. This is 30. And this is like, it's, okay, maybe I shouldn't laugh so much. I shouldn't laugh because it's making the contractions like tighter. They did say that you might experience some muscle soreness if you do it. But for me, I was able to reach the highest level of the machine, but I think that's just because I am an active person. And then, of course, when you lose weight, you will experience some loosening in the skin. And of course, you want to be able to regenerate collagen, because collagen is the essence of youth, guys. If you are older, like me, you're not going to have as much collagen as your 20-year-old self. So it's really good that the Evolve X procedure ends with Evolved Height, where it also just delivers heat to the body and encourages collagen production. So not only are you losing the inches or you losing the fat, but you're also able to tighten your body so you still feel a little toned. I listen to music whenever I'm just lying down or even get to go do some work. So yeah, it still feels productive even if you're just lying down. You just get to do other things. So it's like, imagine you're exercising, but you're also getting to do something else. After the entire Evolve X procedure, I think I lost about 2 inches around my waist. Around my waist, I lost 0.5 inches. And around my stomach, so that is the lower waist area, I actually lost 1.5 inches. Just finished my 4th session, and they said I lost half an inch on my waist and then an inch on my stomach. And the truth is that you can also just gain that back. When we measured my waist, kanina, I actually gained back an inch. So did I still lose? So I lost 2.5 inches. The thing is that I don't actually regularly check what my waistline is. I just see it in the way that my clothes fit. The reality is that this is not a cheap procedure. It can cost you a bit. So I would recommend this for somebody who has a bit more money to spend. If you want to treat yourself, obviously surgery is still an option. If you want to get into that, that's totally fine. But if you want a non-surgical, non-invasive option, then I suggest you try this out because it actually is quite effective. I would say that out of all my facial features, my lips are probably one of my favorites, just because I love wearing makeup and I like trying out different kinds of lipstick to see what flatters me, and like just experimenting, because I really feel like it can easily transform how you look, or how you feel as well. I was invited to try out the lip tattoo procedure by Whena Pino. So her studio, Miss Whena's studio, is called Pino by Whena Pino. And she very kindly did the lip tattoo herself, and Miss Wena saw like my lips, and she observed what my face is like. She said, I feel like I can imagine you would wear the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lipstick. And when she said that, I just knew I was in good hands, because that was the lip product that I brought with me. The procedure is quite long, so get ready to do a few stretches once in a while. Like, you can take breaks. A local anesthesia will be applied, so you really won't feel a thing except the pressure of her hand and maybe the tattoo gun, but that's pretty much it's not gonna feel like stinging, or it's not gonna feel like an actual tattoo. Yeah, so it took about maybe 3 hours at the most. But the thing is, you know what? I honestly just fell asleep because it was just very chill. After the procedure, you kind of get like this very glossy finish. It's quite dark when it comes out. Like, you really look like you're wearing lipstick. It's exactly like a tattoo. You're gonna get that very shiny, bright color at first, and then you just have to keep moisturizing it every day. She gave me Aquaphor to moisturize my lips, but you can use any sort of like heavy lip balm, I think, because one thing you don't want is for this to dry out. You don't want your lips to crack. You don't want the lines to start showing, because that's gonna ruin the lip tattoo. It's gonna start peeling as well. It's not painful, but it's just gonna look like your lips are very, very dry. It looks kind of gross, but don't peel it. Just don't peel it. Just let it, and then it'll be fine. Give it like 2 weeks in total. It's gonna look very natural, just very nice and just pretty. And I love it because when I wake up, I feel like I'm wearing makeup. It's really like, that's what it feels like. And, you know, I can't recommend this enough. Like, imagine just waking up and people are like, oh my God, girl, ang ganda mo, bakit ganon? And you're like, I don't know, ganyan lang talaga. It's just so funny. I remembered now. She warned me before or after the procedure. She's like, okay, some things you need to remember. Like, sabi ko kasi like, I'm gonna be going out under the sun. Is that gonna be okay? She's like, oh yeah, that's totally fine. But don't momol and don't BJ. And I'm like, okay. And then si Ina naman, my friend, who also works with Miss Wena, she was there during the procedure, and she's like, oh yeah, that's not gonna be a problem. And I'm like, geez, thanks, Ina. I'm gonna leave details for both Mary Friends and for Pino by Whena Pino. If you're interested to try them out, I'm gonna put them there, and you can just inquire and ask them about everything you want to know. Okay, that's about it. I'm going to be wrapping up the video now. I think it's a short one, but I hope you enjoyed. Let me know as well in the comments if there has ever been any procedure that you have been curious to do, to try out, to see for yourself. And let me know if that's something that you're actually going to pursue. Whether you are hindered by the ability to afford it, which is fine, you can save up for that, or you're just hesitant because you don't want to change anything about yourself. Yeah, what are the things that are stopping you from doing these procedures? I'm interested, let me know. I'd love to chat with you. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys.